Hello and welcome to this video brought to you by Altamimi & Company about recent Chinese M&A trends in the Middle East and North Africa. My name is Thomas Calvert. I'm a partner with the firm. I lead our corporate commercial practice in Iraq, and I'm also head of our China group. And with me today is Wu Jingzhuo. I'll let you introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Tom. Hello, everyone. My name is Jingzhuo. I'm also working with Tom at the corporate commercial department and also part of the China group.
Excellent. Well, thanks very much, Jingzhuo. What we'll talk about today is a little bit about these emerging trends. So Jingzhuo, for the last several years now, we've been working with a number of leading Chinese companies coming into the region. In terms of major sectors and what we've seen really evolve over the last 2 years, I think really we've seen a bit of an evolution from traditional sectors such as Chinese major engineering, energy contractors and the like, in a major sort of push now from EV, new technology, which is of course still a heavy industry, but also health, life science, and other sectors as well, and technology. What do you think has been most notable about those emerging trends?
Well, I think just from a start, we have to acknowledge that energy has been and will remain the top focus for the Chinese clients. And especially over the years, we have been seeing quite a few major deals in the region, including the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Iraq, especially for these upstream and downstream oil and gas projects. And of course, like the Chinese state-owned companies usually will put the major stake in these key projects. And just to give like a notable example, we've seen CNPC, China National Petroleum Corporation, has just taken over as the lead constructor in the West Iraq projects. Yes. And I think just over the year, especially after the COVID time, now we're seeing, just as you said, we're seeing much more diversified investment from the Chinese investors. And that's basically what we have been seeing as the emerging trends, right?
Yeah, you put it really well, Jingzhuo, because in a way it's challenging to summarize because there's those mainstay sectors like energy, which are still important. It's been so diversified and so dynamic that there's really so much to talk about. Perhaps if we consider jurisdictions, now at Altamimi we work across 10 different jurisdictions, so we're very busy not just in the UAE and Saudi, but also Iraq and elsewhere, Oman and in Egypt, where there's a very large Chinese and growing Chinese presence. Just in the work we've done, I think probably the recent market of focus has mainly been Saudi Arabia for a lot of the new emerging sectors. What do you think what's of most importance to attracting Chinese investors and clients in these jurisdictions?
Yeah, so from my point of view, I would say like first MENA region. Let's just talk about it as a whole region. MENA region's strategic positions and also the abundant natural resources, along with these fast-growing economies, has always been putting in the focal point for the global investment. And especially recently, we're seeing China's growing demands for the oil and gas, along with the Belt and Road initiatives, has also just positioning or just attracting a lot of Chinese interest in the region for this period of time. And just talking about the Belt and Road initiatives, although it's not a new topic anymore, but it remains to be the hot ones. And I think the aim for that is to just enhance the connectivity between Eurasia and Africa, which really position the MENA region, the whole region, as one of the most important partners for the Chinese investment in the long run. Right?
It's certainly the case. And I think something worth emphasizing, because I know what you mean and you know what I mean, because you work on all these deals, but I guess for those watching, yes, we mean traditional infrastructure, your road, your rail projects, etc., especially in countries like Iraq, but in the UAE and Saudi, There's been huge Chinese investment on the contractor side, the investment
Yes.
side, the design, you name it. But also infrastructure in the more nuanced sense of in new technology, new players, major delivery companies, logistics companies. One of the great strengths of the Chinese economy is obviously it's major digital players, but how they're fused with major logistics companies like Cainiao, Meituan, and others. But all these companies and the many similar ones are now exploring overseas markets. And
I think these are really good additional points, Tom. But just moving on to, let's say, the legal and regulatory perspective, because we are the leading law firms here. So, Tom, to your understanding, how do the Chinese investors so far navigate this complex, or we say just unfamiliar legal landscape for the relevant investment?
Well, I think the big takeaway here, and especially for our viewers, and by the way, I should remind you that this is a short video only, just some very high-level discussion, and please do go and look at our Law Update article, and you'll see the link below. There's no one-size-fits all, and I think there's a number of legal and practical challenges that Chinese investors face. I think when it comes to the law, in a sense, we're very well positioned and we're very comfortable to advise on that. And whether it's coming into the UAE and the type of entity, whether it's onshore or free zone, depending on whether it's for an investment project or trading project, or whether it's for the purpose of local sales in the UAE or the UAE market in itself, which can be a fantastic initial market for investors from China, or whether it's an entity to serve as a hub for the region. Mm-hmm. There can be all kinds of different market entry and structuring options. In terms of the contracting, often we see joint venture arrangements in all our jurisdictions. And obviously, we're very adept at really leading on all of that. I think really the key element is always to make sure that there's careful due diligence, that partners and their objectives are really well understood. And one advantage we really have as a firm is because we know the local markets and players so well, we can really advise on that from first instance and then tailor each transaction. And working with you, especially Jingzhou and the rest of our team, it's been a really exciting time actually to be a lawyer. There's so many projects we've led on and often have helped clients restructure from the corporate side. I think just to round this video off, what we might just touch on is maybe the future, what we think is coming, maybe the rest of 2024 and into next year. If you had to pick, and it's not easy, Jingzhou, we have so many clients, but if there was one sector in particular you think is particularly hot at the moment, and you think we're going to be doing a lot more work, what would that be, do you think? If you could pick one or two.
Well, if you allow me to give a guess, my understanding is renewable energy will be one of the most top topic for the Chinese investment in this region. So I'm really personally, and also just on behalf of our firm, is very looking forward to seeing more Chinese investors coming in the region for the investment in this perspective.
Yeah, I think that's a great choice. And I should add, for the benefit of our viewers, that we have a specialist projects department led by a partner, Mark Brown. Jingzhou and I and other colleagues work with him on a number of leading projects regionally. And given the industrialization and rapid demographic developments of the region, there's a huge demand for power, but at the same time, a huge focus on diversification and ecology. And actually, that's a fantastic, I think, win-win area for China and MENA cooperation.
Yes,
a great choice. Thank you all very much. We hope you enjoyed this very brief video. And please do let us know any questions you have on the Law Update article. We're always happy to for people to reach out to us. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Well,